Slakia, my rib called, my wifey, all right. But yeah, she called, wondering what I was doing. It's neither here nor there. This part two, all right, on examining ourselves. We got to examine ourselves daily. But I'm gonna read the scripture again, Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach 5:15. It says, "Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small." All right, we can't overlook the little things, man. We gotta, be observant of everything that we do, man. All right. Yeah, we're gonna forget some things, all right, because we're not perfect. All right, we don't got the perfect bodies, all right. But we gotta strive for perfection, all right. Strive for the mastery, all right. You know, Yahweh Shai was perfect, so if we want to be a follower of Yahweh Shai, you gotta desire to be perfect, want to be perfect, right? Yeah, we're not gonna be perfect, but we want to. All right, Yahweh Shai is going to make us perfect. All right, He makes us perfect. All right, He sees us as spotless and blameless and perfect. All right, why? Because we're doing this thing in truth and sincerity, man. And plus, He chose us. He chose the men, His elect out of the earth. So He chose you to be this way. To follow after Him. All right. So, in the eyes of the Lord, His elect are perfect. Okay, and they desire, all right, to be perfect too. All right, because the elect are going to do, they're going to do elect things. They're going to do what the elect uh are going to do, man. All right, and one of those things is observing themselves daily, man. All right, like that he said it. Am I treating my loved ones around me, according to the scriptures? And if I am I doing it, wholeheartedly? Am I being sincere about it? Am I in this truth? Am I just in this thing, for other, if to build up myself, to gain, to if for filthy lucre's sake, for money, for fame, to get up, for that power. Hey, if that's the case, the Lord's gonna destroy you, man. He's gonna spew you out, man. All right, 'cause that's not the will of the Lord. Using this truth for money, all right, to get money. Oh, to get women. All right, if that's what your mind is focused on, if that's what you're doing this this truth for, to get women or to get money, or to have a name, to make a name for yourself, all right, or just to kick back and be, just to be somebody, or not to be somebody, but just to hang out and kick back, to be around brothers, that's also not the will of the Lord, man. All right, you got to be in this thing because you truly love Yahweh Shem Shai, and you truly love those, all right, the brethren, Dakim, and you truly believe in this thing, man, and you really, truly, sincerely, want to wake up the hopeful elect, man, wholeheartedly, man. You really want that to be your desire, your main priority, man, because you really love Yahweh Shem Shai, and you love those that love Him, man. The rest of the elect, all right. If you don't have that mindset in this truth, all right, if your mind, or if you're not, on the way to getting that mindset, you know, if that's not what you want, then ultimately, the Lord's gonna, he's gonna, he's gonna, um, he's gonna kick you out, man. All right, he's gonna kick you out of this truth somehow, some way. All right, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. All right, this is 2 Corinthians 13:5. It says examine the. It's like, yeah. It says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. All right. Am I drinking too much? You know, or when I do drink, is that my weakness? Because some brethren can drink more than others. You know, or do I eat too much? Like literally eat. Food wise. Am I eating too much? Am I spending too much money on food? Am I hitting the gym too much? Am I putting this or that in front of this truth? Is the drink, Does it affect me? Is that like one of my weaknesses? And if so, no, I'm gonna limit my alcohol use, my drinking, you know. And when I do drink, if I do want to drink a little bit more, I'm not gonna be out in public or around the brethren like that, so I don't offend another brother or hurt another brother physically or not physically, but like emotionally, all right, mentally, spiritually or something like that. Because you know how the alcohol affects you, you know, you know. Am I drinking too much? Am I drinking too often? You know, you know. And that just goes for the alcohol, man. All right, you know. So same goes with other things, aspects, in this world, man. Am I working too much? As in when it comes to like laboring, like am I working too much, man? Am I going too hard, on the plantation? When I could be using that same energy, for this truth, or my family, or your family, or the loved ones around me, man, or the brethren, man. You know, you're too tired because you're going too hard, for Esau, you know, or just other things. Am I playing the video game too much, or am I, watching too many YouTube videos, outside of the truth? All right, am I watching, too? Am I on YouTube not watching GMS enough? Am I studying enough? We got to examine ourselves daily, man. All right. It says, know ye not yourselves how that Yahweh Shai is in you, except ye be reprobates. All right. Romans 3:23 says, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of Yahweh. All right. I brought this scripture out because none of us are perfect, man. All right. We all got little something in us that we could fix and focus on, and try to eradicate, and get, and pure, and get out of us, rid out of our body, so we would be perfect, man. All right. We all fall short. None of us are perfect, man. But that's why we gotta, examine ourselves, look at ourselves daily, man. All right, this is one of my favorites, man. It even cuts myself, and that's how you know, the men of the Lord are different, man. Because this scripture cuts me, but it's also one of my favorites, man. All right. Because there be some days, I'm gonna read it. Proverbs 23:7. It says, "For as he thinketh in his heart, what? It's like it. It's like it. Galatians 6:3 says, "For if a man think himself to be something, when he is nothing, he deceiveth his own self. He deceiveth himself." It's like it. All right. Because there be days when Jake feel like he's LeBron, or he thinks he's King David, or I'm just when you think you're you're it, you're the shit that day, or this week. Yeah, I got this. Jake think he get the spirit of pride, man. All right, when you think you're something, but you're really nothing, man. All right, even when it comes into this truth, hey, man, you're doing your lessons. You're going out there on the highways and byways. You're doing the work. All right, but behind closed doors, man, are you still being brotherly, man? Are you sincere in this thing? Are you still being um are you still keeping the commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai? All right. Are you still walking according to the ways of the Lord? All right. Off camera, okay? Or are you just doing it in front of the camera? All right. Or when you are doing the lessons, man, you know, doing the work of the Lord, is your mind fully into it, man? Do you really, is your spirit really on you, or are you just like on autopilot, going through the motions, not really caring? You just want to get the work done so you could go back to, go back into the world, and do your worldly thing, man. All right. Be Jake again, wicked Jake again, you know? we got to think about these things, man. And correct them. Okay, okay, because Jake will think, yeah, hey, Jake thinks, Jake will think, hey, I know more precepts than you, man. Hey, I'm doing more work. I'm putting up more videos than you. I'm going out there on the highways and byways longer and more than you. I'm something, I'm high in this thing. I should be above Apostle Har. Jake will thinks like that, man. Jake will think like that because the Lord, he'll put a demon on Jake, man. Okay, to be like that. All right. It says, "For if a man think himself to be something, when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself." Okay. All right. I'm gonna end it off right there. I pray that this was edifying to the hopeful elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakwadash. All right. See you in the next lesson. Until next time, I'm gonna say Shalom.